Hey all, Heretic here, another Hearthstone Battlegrounds Players Guide, and I'm here to bring you the information you need to help you win with Lich Baz'hial. So get comfy and let's dive in. First, let's talk about their Hero Power Graveyard Shift. This costs 0 gold and reads, take 4 damage, gain 2 gold. Now, this is economy at the cost of health. So it's very good to use this early because it gives you a lot of tempo. It will give you the edge on turns where you're just short of gold. But at the same time, it's costing you your health, so you need to be careful. If during the course of the game you use this hero power 5 times, you have done 20 damage to yourself, which, depending on what your armor is, can be half your life. That is painful. You need to be very careful and use this hero power at the right moments, but at the same time, sparingly. If you only have to use this hero power twice a game, you're in great shape. If you're constantly hitting it, it means you're getting desperate. So you definitely want to make sure you're measuring when you're going to do this. You have to think about risk and reward every time you hero power. Now, when tiering with Lich, I like to do one of 2 systems. There's a third. We'll get into why I don't like that one. On turn 1, you hero power and tier to tier 2. On turn 2, you hero power and buy 2 minions if those minions are good, quality minions that will actually give you enough tempo and you'll be in good shape. On turn 3, you hero power, you go to tier 3, you're in great shape. The second curve I like to use is on turn 1, you hero power, tier to tier 2. On turn 2, you hero power in tier to tier 3. Now, this is going to give you ultra fast access to more powerful minions, some more quality, but there's also the chance that when the shop rolls around next turn, there are no tier 3 minions. So there's always a little risk and reward, but you want to use this one when you're in that tier 2 shop and there are no good minions. It's just all tier 1 garbage, or it's the worst tier 2 minions. Then go to 3 and try to get some more value out of that, or at least maybe find some better tier 2 in the following turn. The final option some people like to use, I do not care for this. I feel this is the bad curve. And the idea of this curve is basically you hero power and tier for your first 3 turns. So on turn 4, you are tier 4, and you have access to hopefully the best minions in the game. There's also a decent chance that you have done 12 damage to yourself plus what your opponent has done, and that shop refreshes, and it's all tier 1 and 2 minions, and you've spent a lot of health for nothing. Do not do this one. It's great for making highlight videos because, oh my god, it worked for this one person, but realistically, the only thing you're going to be doing is finishing 8th place, because it takes one person to even moderately roll better than you on a 3-on-3, and they're going to wreck your board, and you're going to be basically near death already. Now, when it comes to the quests and the rewards I'm looking for when I'm playing Lich, Lich is pretty easy in that they can play anything. Any tribe, any minions, every combination works. The thing is that the quests don't really matter either in so much that their hero power doesn't affect the ones you want, except for one scenario. Stay away from the quest Unmask the Culprits. This is the one that requires you to lose 2 to 4 rounds of combat, or tie. Good tie. We usually don't. So what'll happen is, you will do 8 to 12 damage to yourself. And then your quest reward requires you to tie or lose 2 to 4 combats, which is Lich, you are dead. Don't do this. Best case scenario, you're sitting at 5 to 1 life, and you are not happy. This has to be the greatest quest reward. Basically, it has to be you win, because otherwise, even one person gets lucky, you have one bad round of combat, and you're out. Don't take this quest. When it comes to the minions and strategies I like to use when I'm playing Lich Baz'hial, all options are on the table. Whatever tribes and combos are the best in the shops that are offered to you that synergize with the quest rewards you get, go for them. The only minion I will tell you that you definitely want to consider if you see it in the shop, especially really early, if you see it, as soon as you hit tier 3, is Cathra Natir. And the reason for that being is every time you smash that hero power, you won't take damage. So this minion represents 2 free gold a turn for you every turn. That's pretty damn awesome. So you could build any combination you want, but if you see this minion in the shop, especially in that early game, snap it up quick. Slam that hero power, get the free gold, go nuts. Now, when it comes to countering Lich Baz'hial, a couple things. It's a normal game. Whatever they're playing, counter it as you always will. The only thing to remember is their hero power is going to give them ultra fast economy at the cost of health. So whenever possible, if you have a chance to, maybe hit Lich for a little extra damage, maybe go for that, because they're always riding the razor's edge, getting themselves down to sub 20 health really fast. So every time they take an extra 3 to 4 damage, that means a lot to them. You might have, 48, 49 health with armor. You won't care. All of a sudden, turn 6, they're sitting there at 25. That extra 4 or 5 damage you might be able to squeeze out might be really valuable to the game by taking them out early. And it is rough on turn 4 to 7 against Lich. Depending what they found, if they have decent luck, you easily can take 15 damage on those turns. So be prepared. Be as strong as you possibly can. If it means delayed tiering to complete a quest that's going to give you a lot of power, maybe do that. Maybe don't go fast basic curve when you're fighting Lich. Maybe do just your basic curve to get those extra minions and that extra punch so you don't take that damage. In the later game, their hero power means nothing, so just counter them as you normally would, whatever is they're playing. Just remember, they're getting to those high tier minions earlier, so their combos and everything might be a little stronger because they can get them online faster. Overall, I really like playing Lich Baz'hial. They're a very high rolly hero because you're pushing that early game, that damage on yourself to get those faster tier minions, to basically be starting your board with tier 3 minions, with early power, tripling into 4s before you should. This can be very frustrating to your opponent. It's going to put them off when they look at turn 7 and they know they're fighting Lich and they see you've already got a triple and you're already tier 4 and they're like, what the hell? And they take 15 damage. You easily can trigger your opponents into doing stupid things because they're mad and frustrated because you're there. But at the same time, it's super risky because you're doing all that damage to yourself. So it only takes one person to high roll to basically kick you out of the lobby on turn 8 and 9 very easily because of that damage you're doing to you. Lich is a ton of fun because of this gambling game where you're spending your health. It gives you early access to all the cool stuff, but remember, you're spending your health. Spend it wisely. Stay tuned. I have more guides in the way. I hope you learned a few things today and I had a good time. I know I did. Thanks for watching. Bye.